What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So I just finished watching an interview on Sky Sports that Anthony Joshua did, unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, and he discussed the situation with him mentioning that he wanted to spar Tyson Fury and help prepare Tyson Fury ahead of his highly anticipated rematch with undefeated bronze medalist WBC American Heavyweight Champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, February 22nd in Las Vegas, Nevada. With that said, Anthony Joshua doubled down. Now, we all remember Anthony Joshua, when he first announced that he wanted to do so, he then retracted it and stated that, he wished he never said that, and he just had, was thinking out loud pretty much, right? In a nutshell. Now he has doubled down. He's stating that, he wants to face Tyson Fury in sparring, and nobody could live in his brain and tell him what he's thinking. He said he has a plan, and his plan is to spar Tyson Fury. That way, when he spars Tyson Fury, if he makes a mistake and loses in sparring, when they get around to actually fighting one another, for when it all counts, for all the marbles, then he would correct his mistakes that he originally made. So essentially, he's saying that he wanted to get used to and learn Tyson Fury, experience Tyson Fury in sparring, so when they actually fight, in a real fight, when it counts, then he'll be able to beat Tyson Fury because he knows the adjustments he's going to need to make to beat Tyson Fury. So this is just a mission that he doesn't believe that he could beat Tyson Fury, right? So he's, in his mind, he's not convinced that he could beat Tyson Fury, right? He's not confident. So he wants to experience Tyson Fury. He wants to learn Tyson Fury. He wants to get to know Tyson Fury, learn his mistakes, meaning Joshua's own mistakes, how he should approach Tyson Fury. That way, when they fight and it actually counts, he can make the necessary adjustments and beat Tyson Fury. But he stated that he never makes the same mistake twice, right? So he's saying that, like with Andy Ruiz, the mistakes he made in the first fight with Andy Ruiz, he corrected them, thus saw him be victorious in the rematch. So here's what I have to think about this. You see, these are the contradictions that Anthony Joshua has. He retracted it because he was getting a lot of, criticism for wanting to spar Tyson Fury, who's possibly a future, in a very near future opponent, right? As he stated, he wants to fight Tyson Fury. Even if Tyson Fury loses to Deontay Wilder, that's the fight that he still wants. So even if he loses, means that he's a viable opponent in the very near future. So next, what we're going to hear him say is he wants to spar Deontay Wilder as well, so he could, get a taste and experience what it's like to be in the ring with him. So that way, when he actually fights Deontay Wilder, then, he would know what adjustments needs to be made, right? So he wants the answers to the test, right? He don't want to take the test right out. He wants the answers to the test so that make it easier for when it all counts. I've never heard him say that he wanted to spar Alexander Povetkin. I never heard him say he wanted to spar any other heavyweights that he's fought, past opponents, to help prepare him for when he fights them and it really counts. This is bizarre. I never heard anything like this, right? And I'm sure nobody else has heard anything like this, right? In the sport of boxing. This is bizarre. This is new to everybody, right? This kind of talk. And so Anthony Joshua is changing the sport of boxing because he's doing something that's never been done, right? He has a mindset of his own. He's unique in that aspect, right? I've never witnessed or heard anybody say anything like this. Could you imagine Mike Tyson saying he wanted to spar Evander Holyfield so that way when he actually fights Evander Holyfield, he know what adjustments needs to be made? Could you imagine Lennox Lewis saying he wanted to spar Mike Tyson so that way when he actually get in the ring with Mike Tyson, he know what adjustments needs to be made to be victorious? Could you imagine Sugar Ray Leonard saying he wanted to spar Tommy Hitman Hearns so that way when he actually got in the ring and it actually count, he would know what adjustments needs to be made so he could be victorious? Could you imagine Muhammad Ali saying he wanted to spar Joe Frazier so when it actually counted, he know what adjustments he needs to make, in his approach to be victorious? He also stated that he may go in there and batter Tyson Fury, or it might be vice versa. And then he would know what adjustment needs to be made. This is bizarre in the least, at the least, to say the least, right? This just goes to show, this is why you get a lot of people are critical of Anthony Joshua and his approach and his thinking, right? And a lot of people feel like Anthony Joshua is weak-minded, right? And he's there to be had, right? Because of this type of conversation. Could you imagine this type of mindset? Could you imagine Jamal Charlo saying, I want to spar Canelo Alvarez so that way when I actually fight Canelo Alvarez, I know what to expect and I know what adjustments needs to be made so that way I could be victorious against Canelo Alvarez? Can you imagine Demetrius Boo Andre saying he wants to spar Jamal Charlo so that way when he actually fights Jamal Charlo and it all counts, then he knows what adjustments needs to be made, right? It's unheard of, right? But yet you're going to get people that's going to come out and they're going to defend this mindset, right? Because they're not a fan of the sport of boxing. They are a fan of a boxer, right? They are only there to because they are fanatics about Anthony Joshua. They are not fans of the sport of boxing. So they don't even know what I'm talking about. They can't reference what I'm talking about. They can't compute what I'm talking about. Point blank and period. But this just lets me know that Tyson Fury would be in Anthony Joshua's head and Tyson Fury would defeat Anthony Joshua because when it all counts. In sparring, Tyson Fury is not going to show you everything he's going to show you on the night of the fight. So you will not be able to make the necessary adjustments to defeat Tyson Fury when it all counts. Neither will he be able to defeat Deontay Wilder. This just goes to show you that he's not confident that he could beat Deontay Wilder. Thus the reason why you get all of the games played as far as the negotiations go. This is why. You know why? Because he's not confident and he's not going to go in those fights confident that he could win those fights because he feels like he needs, a pre-test. Right? He needs a pre-test. He needs the pre-game before the actual game. He needs a scrimmage before the actual game so that way he could get a gauge on what he needs to do to be victorious. So this lets me know that this is why Anthony Joshua is the third best heavyweight in the world because he just doesn't have the mindset. It just doesn't. But you make of it what you want. I've never heard anything like this. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Bluebird Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Bluebird Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.